Hey everyone! Welcome back to Mr. English Next. I'm Lisa, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
And I'm David. Whether you're walking to work, washing dishes, or just relaxing with a cup of tea, we're so glad you tuned in.
Absolutely. Today's topic is one that so many learners ask about. It's that magic question, how can I speak English without thinking?
Yeah, that one comes up all the time. I've had students say, David, I know the words, I know the grammar, but when I try to speak, my brain just freezes.
Oh yes, the brain freeze moment. You open your mouth, but suddenly your mind goes blank, right?
Exactly. You want to say something like, I went to the park, but your brain goes, wait, is it go, went, gone, and then silence?
We've all been there. Even I had those moments when I learned Spanish. So don't worry, it's completely normal.
Totally. So in this episode, we're going to help you understand why this happens, and most importantly, how you can speak English more naturally, smoothly, and confidently without overthinking every word.
That's right. So get comfortable because this one's going to be fun and super helpful. So let's start with this question. Why do so many learners think too much before they speak English?
Good question. I think it's because when we learn in school, we're trained to focus on grammar, spelling, and tests, not on real conversation.
Exactly. You learn to analyze English, not use it. It's like learning how to drive a car by reading the manual, but never actually driving.
Right. You know everything about the car, but the moment you sit behind the wheel, your hands are shaking.
That's what happens with English too. You've studied for years, but when you actually need to talk, your brain tries to control every word.
So the key is, you need to train your brain to trust itself.
Exactly. We'll show you how. But first, let's meet someone who went through this exact struggle. So, this is Maria. She's from Brazil, and she's been learning English for 3 years. One day, she traveled to London. She was in a small cafe, and the waiter asked, "What would you like to drink?"
Classic situation.
Maria knew the answer. She wanted orange juice. But suddenly she started thinking, do I say I want orange juice? Or I'd like an orange juice? Or maybe, can I have?
Oh no, overthinking mode activated.
Exactly. And instead of saying anything, she just pointed at the menu. The waiter smiled, but Maria felt embarrassed.
Yeah, she froze. Not because she didn't know English, but because she didn't trust her brain to speak naturally.
And that's our first big lesson. Don't wait for the perfect sentence. Just speak.
Right. The goal is to communicate, not to be perfect. If you say, I want juice, that's completely fine. People will understand you.
100%. Speaking English is not about accuracy first, it's about connection first.
Now, let's talk about Ahmed from Egypt. He's an engineer, super smart guy, and his grammar is great.
But when he moved to Canada, he noticed something strange. He could understand everything, but speaking was so slow for him.
Yeah, he said he would plan his whole sentence in his head before saying it, like a little movie script running inside his brain.
Oh, I used to do that too.
Right? So one day at a party, someone asked Ahmed, hey, how was your weekend?
Simple question.
But in his head, Ahmed thought, should I say I went or I have gone? Is park countable? Should I add the? And by the time he'd decided, the other person had already moved on.
Poor Ahmed.
But here's what he learned later. It's better to speak fast with small mistakes than to say nothing at all.
Exactly. You can fix mistakes later, but if you stay silent, you'll never get comfortable. So, what's really happening in your brain when you overthink English?
Well, when you speak your native language, your brain uses automatic pathways. You don't think about grammar, you just speak.
But when you speak English, your brain switches to the slow system. You try to translate and analyze everything.
Exactly. So if you want to speak English without thinking, you have to move from slow thinking to automatic thinking.
And the only way to do that is, drum roll please, practice speaking regularly.
There's no shortcut, folks. The more you use English, the less your brain hesitates.
Let's talk about Liang from China. He moved to New York for university.
One day, he went to a pizza shop and wanted to say, "1 slice of pepperoni pizza, please."
Let's talk about Liang from China. He moved to New York for university.
One day, he went to a pizza shop and wanted to say, "1 slice of pepperoni pizza, please."
But just as he was about to speak, he thought, what if they don't understand me? What if my accent sounds weird?
Oh, that fear of judgment.
Yeah, so instead, he just pointed to a random slice. And guess what? He got spinach pizza, which he hates.
Poor Liang! But this story is a perfect example. Your fear stops you more than your English.
Exactly. Most people don't care about your accent. They just want to understand you.
So next time, even if you feel nervous, speak anyway. You'll realize people are kind and patient. They're not judging you.
Okay, now it's time for some real strategies. Ready?
Let's do it.
Tip number 1, stop translating in your head.
Yeah, thinking in your native language first and then translating slows you down.
Instead, practice naming things in English around you, like blue sky, cup of tea, sleepy cat.
I do that all the time. It trains your brain to think directly in English.
Tip number 2, shadow conversations. That means repeat what native speakers say in real time, like copying their rhythm, tone, and words.
Watch your favorite YouTuber, pause after every line, and repeat. It's fun and powerful.
Tip number 3, use easy phrases. You don't need complicated sentences. Say things like, "That's nice." "I agree." "Oh, really?" These small expressions keep your conversation flowing.
And tip number 4, don't fear mistakes. Every mistake is a sign that you're learning.
Exactly. Remember, you can do this. Every time you speak, you get better.
Think of English like a sport. You don't learn football by reading about it. You learn by playing. So speak every day, even if you're alone.
Talk to your dog. Talk to your mirror. Talk to your coffee. Just speak English.
Yeah, your coffee won't judge you.
So, we are ready, Crystal. Hey everyone, Crystal here. It's time for our vocabulary breakdown. Welcome back, Crystal. Thanks. So, here are some key phrases from today's episode. 1. Overthinking mode activated. When you start worrying too much before speaking. Example, I saw my teacher and my brain went into overthinking mode. 2. Brain freeze. When your mind goes blank for a few seconds. Example, I had a brain freeze during my English exam. Wow, it's amazing.
3. Think directly in English. Don't translate word for word from your language. Example, I'm training myself to think directly in English. 4. Fear of judgment. Worrying about what others think of you. Example, my fear of judgment stops me from speaking freely. 5. Trust yourself. Believe that you can communicate even if it's not perfect. Example, trust yourself. You know more English than you think.
Beautifully explained, Crystal. Yup, those phrases are super useful for everyday speaking.
Thanks. And remember, use them in real conversations this week. That's how you'll make them yours.
Okay, so now that you know what causes overthinking, let's talk about one of my favorite speaking tricks, mirror practice.
Oh yeah, that one's powerful. And you don't even need a partner, just yourself and a mirror.
Exactly. Stand in front of your mirror and start talking about your day. For example, say, today I woke up late. I had coffee. Then I went to work.
And if you feel shy, that's fine. You can pretend you're your best friend. Talk like, hey, how are you today? You look tired, but awesome.
I do that all the time. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to make your mouth move in English.
Right. You're building muscle memory. The more your mouth gets used to English sounds, the less your brain has to think.
And slowly, you'll notice words just start coming out. You're speaking before even realizing it.
That's when you know it's working.
Now, here's something most learners forget. You can't speak naturally if you don't listen naturally.
Oh yes, listening is like the secret door to speaking.
When you listen to English daily, podcasts, shows, YouTube, your brain starts copying patterns.
For example, you hear, "How's it going?" 100 times, and soon your brain says it automatically without translation.
Exactly. So if you want to speak without thinking, first, listen without effort.
That means don't try to understand every word. Just let the rhythm, tone, and flow sink in.
Yeah, I tell my students, don't study English sounds, feel them.
Ooh, I like that. Feel the English. Don't fight it.
That's the secret. The more your brain hears real English, the more natural your speech becomes. Okay, what is the little English moments method?
All right, here's our final tip before we close. Something we call little English moments.
Ooh, sounds cute. What's that?
It means you don't need big study sessions. Just add small English moments to your day, like 5 minutes while cooking or waiting for the bus.
Oh, yes! Like thinking to yourself in English. I'm cutting vegetables, or the bus is late again.
Exactly. It sounds simple, but it trains your brain to live in English.
And you can even talk to your phone's assistant. Hey Siri, what's the weather? Boom, you just practiced English.
These small moments create big progress because fluency isn't built in 1 hour a week. It's built in tiny moments every day.
So true. Those little moments slowly remove fear and help you start thinking and speaking in English naturally. You know, David, one big reason people can't speak without thinking is they're afraid of mistakes.
Oh, 100%. They're scared someone will laugh or they'll sound silly.
But here's the truth. Even native speakers make mistakes every day.
Right. I say gonna, kinda, wanna all the time. That's not even proper grammar.
Exactly. Language isn't about being perfect. It's about being understood.
When you stop caring about mistakes, your brain relaxes. And when you relax, English starts to flow naturally.
So if you make a mistake, just smile and keep going. That's confidence. That's fluency.
I love that. Remember, mistakes are just proof you're doing something new.
You know, David, one big reason people can't speak without thinking is they're afraid of mistakes. Let's talk about something fun. How do native speakers think so fast?
Ah, good question. Most of the time, they don't think in words. They think in pictures.
Like, when they hear apple, they see the red fruit in their mind, not the letters A-P-P-L-E.
Yes, and you can train your brain to do the same.
So instead of translating Ami Pani Kai to I drink water, just see yourself drinking water and say it.
That's how you skip translation. You connect words to images, not your native language.
It feels strange at first, but it's magic when it starts working. Your English becomes automatic.
I call it visual English. See it, say it, don't translate it.
Okay, let's finish with one powerful method, shadowing.
Oh yes, the secret weapon of fluency.
Shadowing means listening to a short English clip and repeating it immediately, like an echo.
For example, if the clip says, "I'm going to the store," you say it right after with the same rhythm and tone.
Yeah, you kind of become the actor.
Exactly. And it's not about understanding every word. It's about training your mouth and ears to move in sync with real English.
If you shadow for even 5 minutes a day, your pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence skyrocket.
So grab a podcast, maybe this one, and start shadowing right after us.
That's the best kind of homework ever.
All right, friends, that's it for today's episode of Mr. English Next.
We hope this helped you understand how to stop overthinking and start speaking English naturally.
Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to practice.
So your challenge for this week: talk to someone in English for 5 minutes every day. Don't plan, don't translate, just speak.
You can do this. Every small step brings you closer to fluency.
And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to follow, share, and tell your friends about Mr. English Next.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep practicing, keep believing, and remember, progress takes time.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, friends.